Hey, and welcome to CBD Talks with Dr. Dance. Yes, I'm Dr. Dance. And if any of you have ever seen my car, my license plate says Dr. Dance. Really, I'm Dr. Victoria Boyd. But how did I get to be called Dr. Dance? Well, first of all, I taught dance for many, many years in public school education. I was in a performing arts high school, regular high school, and I had a tremendous career. But with teaching dance, you know there's some injuries that will happen with that. And I actually have half a cartilage in my knee. I had double arthroscopic surgery, and it constantly was giving me pain. Also, my back, 3 herniated discs and a torn annular. We don't want to talk about that. But the bottom line is I was in a lot of pain. I actually moved to Nevada because of the dry desert climate, trying to bring down some of the inflammation. It worked for a while, but a few years ago I noticed I was in constant pain. And that's when I went on a quest to discover what is CBD. And I started taking it about a year ago, because at first all I heard about was the cannabis side and the smoking and all of that. And I really wasn't into that. I knew it had some medical benefits, and I knew many states were legalizing that cannabis medical marijuana. But I was more interested in just the health benefits and discovered CBD oil. I started taking it about a year ago. Actually, it was August 2nd of 2017. And let me tell you, I was skeptical, but I said, I gotta try something, because literally I was taking 8 to 10 to 12 ibuprofen every day. I would wake up in the morning and just to get out of the bed to get going, take 4 ibuprofen. I started taking the CBD oil. Once again, I said, I was a skeptic. I didn't believe, because I just said, this is too good to be true. One plant can't do all of these things. But let me tell you, at about the 7th day, all of a sudden I'm standing, I think I was in the kitchen cooking. All of a sudden I said, oh my God, my knee is not hurting. And I haven't taken ibuprofen for the last couple days. And so I paid attention. And on day 10, truly, my knee had totally lost all of its inflammation and the swelling. And I became a believer, because the only difference and change I had made was the CBD oil. And so me being who I am, I do a lot of research. I wanted to know why. Why is this working for me? Why is this different from everything else I've tried? I've done supplements, I've done vitamins, but why is this one change, the CBD oil, making a difference? And that's when I went on my quest. I literally did months and months and months of research, digging into why. And so that's why now I'm on this little platform of presenting educational workshops and CBD Talks. That's how this show was born, because I want to help the general public, anyone out there that wants to know about certain questions that they might have. But I'm going to talk about everything, because yes, there's hemp-based CBD, but there's also the marijuana-based CBD. And we need to understand the difference, because the biggest question I get is, well, isn't that marijuana stuff? And so I want to make those questions be very clear and understood in everyone's mind, because skepticism is born out of misunderstanding or not doing the proper research. When you know about something, you get rid of that skepticism and you're able to explore and to look into, does this product really help you? And I think it can. But first of all, let's really talk about what is CBD. The term CBD stands for cannabinoid. Now that's just an acronym that really comprises about 100 or so different compounds that are found within the plant itself. And I'm talking about the cannabis plant. First, let me throw out a question. what's been around for 10,000 years, has been used by almost every human civilization. Here's a great question. What is the Constitution, the first 5 presidents' portraits, and the first American flag made out of? They're all made out of hemp, which is cannabis. That was one of the leading crops back in the 1800s in the early U.S. history. But it goes way back before that. It's found in Chinese medical journals and books. It's recorded in Egyptian documents and the scripts that they have found. Cannabis has been used throughout the ages, and now we're going full circle because it was the leading source of medical treatment or an industrial use for fiber and paper and fabric. We're going full circle now, and we're going to learn totally about what it is. So you know that it's been around for many of years. You know that it was a leading industrial product, but then it got demonized. And so we're going to talk about why was it demonized? Okay, let's think about this. In the 1850s, farmers were penalized. They were actually given a fine if they didn't have a part of their crop as hemp. And hemp and cannabis are from the same plant, but they actually grow different. So let me tell you a little story. Just imagine we have Mama and Papa cannabis, and that's the strain of sativa. And that's what generally most of the products are made out of in this era. There are other strains like indica and rubellus and all of those, but we mostly are seeing sativa. Now, as Mama and Papa cannabis, okay, they have babies, like most families do. And they have a girl named Mary Jane, or marijuana. And they have a boy, and they name him Hemp. So marijuana, she's nurtured to be beautiful, and she creates this beautiful flowering bud, hence the name bud. And as it grows, her energy is put into being beautiful and full in that flower. And so that flower contains resins and terpenes. It makes her smell beautiful, but that's where all the THC is very strong. And THC is the chemical that all the fuss is about. That's what has gained the substance. Here I am stumbling. That's what has been legalized or made illegal in most of the states and throughout the world. THC, that one chemical. But all the other chemicals called CBDs, their whole profile, they have more medical benefits than this THC. So Miss Marijuana, she has this beautiful bud, and it's full of THC. And that energy she used to grow THC lowers the CBD, the other chemical profiles. But now we have this boy over here named Hemp, and he's nurtured to be strong with strong stalks, stems, and leaves. And his bud just doesn't attract a lot of attention. And so a lot of energy is not put into it. He has grown strong and tall and sturdy, and his CB levels have heightened. And so the THC is very, very low. And that's the difference. You have industrial hemp, which is strong and can be used for almost everything. And you have the medical marijuana or the marijuana female plant that has high THC. I'll continue with this story in just a few minutes. We'll be right back. Five top benefits of HempWorks CBD. Number 5, reduces stress and anxiety. Number 4, supports heart health. Number 3, protects immune system. Number 2, anti-inflammation. And number 1, pain relief. 10 reasons you need HempWorks as your source for CBD. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It works. Okay, welcome back. Now, I was giving you a real simplistic definition or explanation of the difference between marijuana or the medical marijuana that most people are familiar with in terms of smoking and the psychoactive effect that the THC has and what all the hoopla, the buzz, a pun intended, has been about. But there's also the hemp. That's that boy or male plant that I was talking about. The medical benefits of that plant are just extraordinary. And that's where I was a skeptic, because I didn't believe all of the things that it could do. And so what I'll be doing throughout all of these shows is really talking about the history and going into why was it demonized and things like that. But also I want to hear from you, my guest. As you're listening to these shows, or if you're just trying to find the answer to a specific question, send them over to me. Eventually, this is going to go live, or you can email me at CBD Talks, CBD Talks, TALKS, at drvictoriaboyd.com. Let me say that one more time. It got rolling around in my mouth. CBD Talks at drvictoriaboyd.com. I want to hear your questions, because I'm here to answer your questions. I've been writing articles and posting information. I even hold a workshop twice a month to help educate the public, because I'm getting so many different questions that, because I've done the research, I actually know the answer to. But it's time that the general public actually get the truth or stop misunderstanding what it is. I actually was at a clinic today in terms of, I was doing some health things for myself. And the nurse I was working with hadn't even heard of CBD. And I was like, really? It has so many medical benefits. And so now I'm sending her information. And I run across that every day. So that's why I have created CBD Talks. Like TED Talks, these are CBD Talks. And I want to hear from you. But let me continue on with some of the history. Now, in a lot of the Chinese medical books, you'll see something called mu, that's M-U, and that's what they called cannabis back then. But also, there's evidence in bottles of what we call the medicine man's secret potion or magic potion. Think back in the 1800s when the medicine men would ride around in a wagon and have their wagon full of medical potions, and that's what they call it. And one of their main ingredients was cannabis, because as documented through history, it could cure almost everything. And it wasn't as if it was just this magical thing, and it wasn't knocking people out. It wasn't making them go to sleep so they didn't feel their pain. It was actually curing things. And how it was curing things is because it was working with the body. Now, technically, I can't say the word cure, because the FDA has made specifications if we're talking about a very specific product. So we can't say it cures, because the FDA makes us have a disclaimer. We can't say cure, prevent, treat, diagnose, or all of those things. Now, yes, I am a doctor, but my doctorate is not in the medicine field. So I want to make that disclaimer also. I want to make that clear. But because I am a doctor of organizational management, I have a knack or a passion for research. And so I have done tremendous amount of research on CBD, cannabis, the body, its effect on it. And what I learned was how it goes into every cell in our body, and it really helps us maintain homeostasis. Homeostasis is that state in your body that keeps you balanced. And that's what we all seek. We seek healthy balance. Homeostasis, the easiest way for you to know what that is, just think about your body temperature. Okay, we're out here in Vegas. It's hot, okay? So when we go outside, what does the body do? It starts to sweat. It's sweating to cool you down. Vice versa. I'm from Michigan. It might get to 11 below. And so what does our body do? It starts shaking and with chills and trembling to generate energy to warm us up. That is an automatic system built into your body. Now, your body has many automated systems: your brain, your heart, your lungs, your organs, your skin, your circulation. Those are all automated systems in there to maintain your homeostasis, balance. There's certain things happening within your body on a regular basis that you're not aware of. You just happen to be acutely aware of your body temperature because you feel it externally. Sweat. Oh my goodness, let's wipe all the sweat off. Chills. I need a sweater. It's telling you exactly what it's doing. But let's just think about some other organs. Okay, so your brain. What happens when something scares you? You react. Flight, fight. What are you going to do? These are all reactions. When you're happy, your body creates endorphins. And so different triggers or catalysts are creating different chemical reactions within your body. And that is all encompassed in a full system in every cell, and it's called your endocannabinoid system. Every cell has a part of that system in it. Cannabinoid, have we heard that term before? CBD stands for cannabinoids. So your body technically is built around producing cannabinoids. Now, there's a long history of how your endocannabinoid system was discovered. We're going to talk about that on our next episode. But today, I just wanted to introduce the show to let you know this is what we're going to be talking about on CBD Talks. I want to hear your questions. I'm going to bring some guests on eventually. Yep, but generally, I'll be just talking about CBD. I want to get your questions, the public's misinformation. I want to do some myth busting and just really highlight and sort of advocate for returning to when hemp and all of its products, the cannabis plant, was used to really enhance the community, to enhance how we live. I'll even wear some hemp material clothes. I have a jacket and different things. But I want you to become aware and share with your friends and family, anyone that's in pain, anyone that's suffering from any type of distress in their body, or they just want to reclaim and regain homeostasis, a healthy balance. I think CBD can help you do it. There's different types. I'm going to explain all that in future CBD Talks. If you have a question, once again, reach out to me at cbdtalks@drvictoriaboyd.com. I hope you join me again. So this is CBD Talks for us today, and I'm Dr. Dance. See you next time.